Hi, it's me again with laser tips and tricks. In a couple, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I described how to make a pin jig. And I'm not going to share this because this fits my pins that I engrave on, and yours will be a little bit different. But you could more than take all this in. First of all, I just did a 10 pin jig to hold 10 pins. You always want to run them this way. You don't ever want to run the pins laying down like you would normally do if you were just going to do one pin. You don't want to do that because this is your writing surface, say like right here, and it's got a bunch of dead space between that writing space and that writing space and that writing space. So it's having to move without engraving. This, they're only a 0.8 of an inch apart. So you can see I've got 10 pins in the same spot I would have 2. And so these 10 will, well, really, this would run a little bit faster because it wouldn't go about here. But you could save you a lot of times by making your pin jigs. This is your top left corner. Well, in that other video that I made, I talked about making some crosshairs. And this crosshair is where you're going to set your home position, right there on that crosshair with your red. If you have the luxury of having a red dot pointer, I do not know what lasers do and do not have. I put another set of crosshairs. So with the advantage of this, over time your laser is going to get a little bit out of calibration. Now surely you can calibrate it to get it back to exactly home, but this will work when you don't do that or you have 2 lasers. You could run this same jig on any laser. And I actually made some notations. It's 0.8 of an inch away. So what I want to do is I would set the laser up and put my red dot pointer. And then I would just double check this with my lid open to see if it hits that crosshair. Now, before I engraved any pins, I would check my pin location with a red box anyway. In the picture, I'm sorry, is not very good, but I actually rastered out the part for the clip to fall into so the pin would stay equally flat with the. I have always ran pins with right here for right-handed people. So when they're writing with it, they can see their name. So this has been rastered out so the pin lays in there flat. Now to put your name in there or your text or your logo, you would draw a red box and just test it with your lid open and your red dot pointer to make sure your writing surface is right. And the reason I put 0.8 inches, because that way, once you know that that's right, you could control D and just move that over to the other pins each time. And even if you had to change a name, now I would run that little square and actually run it on the last one too, just to make sure that my theory works, that this home position is going to work. I'm almost 100% sure it is. I just cut this out today. I'm going to go out there tomorrow and after I've turned the laser off and run a test and make sure. And you could actually run this, real fast and not much power if you don't think your red dot pointer is online, just to make sure that that's where it's at. But that's how I would make a pin jig. I don't do that many pins anymore. I do 1 or 2 at a time, and I just do them individually. But one time I had an order for 400 pins, and I actually made one with 12, but I did not do this with the crosshairs. So I could use this piece over and over and over for years to come. It's cut out of MDF. MDF is a great product. This is 1/4 inch. MDF normally would not warp at all and will last for years, and I love it. Anyway, so give that a try. I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.